Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. I am Astro Angel if you're new here. Totally happy to have you. So for today's pick a card, what do others notice about you? When people look at you, what do they pick up on when people talk to you? How do they view your soul? What is shining the most? So for pile 1, we have the Thief. Feel free to pause the video to choose your pile. Try not to overthink it. Trust your intuition. For pile 2, we have the Child Divine. And last but not least, we have the Mock Nun. Those are your piles, and I will see you there. Bye. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your pile. So right off the bat, what is noticed about you is the fact that you trust yourself. There is no looking to others for answers. There is no looking outside of yourself for answers. You are not scared to go into the darkness, to come out into the light. You are not scared of a rebirth. In fact, I feel like you would initiate a tower moment in order to get to the next level, in order to open that new door, in order to bring in a new beginning. You are loyal to yourself, deeply loyal. You are not scared to stand up for yourself. You are not scared to face drama. People could feel very intimidated by you because you are not scared to say what needs to be said. Without even speaking, your aura, just the energy that you carry on a daily basis, it shows that no one can tell you your worth. No one can tell you who you are except you. No one can come up to you and say, hey, you're a piece of shit. Because even if that's their opinion, you are never going to see yourself in that light because you know who you are. You've done the work with the Knight of Pentacles to understand your darkness with the Black Horse. You understand that you have flaws, but you do the work to face your shadows, to always try to improve yourself. That's what I'm saying. You're not scared of tower moments. You're not scared to look at your inner demons and become friends with them in order to level up in your own way, in your own sense. And for some reason, when people look at you, they can pick up the fact that you've been through things, that you haven't had an easy life, because with the song that came out for you, it is Life Has Been Good by Joe Walsh. Lucky I'm sane after all I've been through. I can't complain, but sometimes I still do. Life's been good to me so far. So even though you have came across a lot of tower moments throughout your life, maybe a lack of financial wealth, that doesn't take away from your character. You still are so wealthy from within. You don't have to have a shit ton of money to know what you bring to the table, to know your worth. And that is so beautiful. And honestly, people kind of envy this about you. Envy the fact that you weigh your potential and weigh your worth on what you have inside and not what you have to offer financially or materially. And on the back of the deck, when I was pulling your cards, we had the Four of Wands. Like I said, you are not scared to go through things on your own. You are not scared to go through the darkness in order to walk into the light, in order to put in the work. You have no fear of putting in work to get what you want. And then on the back of the deck for this deck, we had the Athlete. You are seen as strong, inside and out. You are a strong person. You're not scared to get dirty. And with this Death card, the world is inside of, let's say, the Grim Reaper. You may come off as very cold in your physical appearance, Or you may come off as a very simple person in your physical appearance. You don't go out of your way, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. He is dressed very down to earth. You don't have to dress yourself up to show how much of a deep person that you are on the inside. You don't need to wear who you are on the outside. You're fine with the simple things in life because your inner world is so rich. Just you by yourself is so rich without having to, dress in Gucci, without having to go all out with material items. Let's see what else we got here. You can be very connected to nature and people notice this about you. But we're talking more like soul qualities. So when people look at you, they just see a very strong person, a very strong soul. Someone that you don't fuck with, someone that you don't play games with. And with these pentacles dragging behind this man walking, it's like people know that you leave impressions no matter where you go. You leave a heavy mark on people, even if it's just like a casual encounter. You are very unforgettable just by who you are on a soul level. And the way she's looking in this card, she has that look on her face like maybe people tell you things and you do the research before just believing whatever someone tells you, because she's looking like, yeah, sure. Maybe you have been lied to a lot, and maybe this is why, like we have the Tower out here and the Death. You've been lied to a lot or just played a fool a lot. Like people look at you. Maybe in the past people have looked at you as weak, but you always prove that you're not, no matter what. So now at this stage of your life, you wear that on your face. Like, you can't play me, you can't play mind games with me. And people don't try. They may have in the past, but you have grown so much, especially with this Death card. You have come such a far way along your path of self-development, of soul development. And even though you've been through shit, you see the good in life every single day. Like, the simple things bring you so much fulfillment. And people envy this about you. Because when I started pulling your cards, Hey Jealousy came on, the song. It's because they envy this because no matter what, even if someone has more money than you, even if someone is more stable than you are so stable in yourself that even if you have $10 in your bank account, you're going to be like, thank God I'm alive. Thank God I have $10 to buy my dinner. Thank God I have money to put a roof over my head. It doesn't matter. People could look at you like, why is she so happy? Or why is he so happy? And they don't understand because you've been through it, and maybe you're currently going through it, or you just wear this energy of rough around the edges. And people who don't understand you, they don't understand soul fulfillment. They find fulfillment in other ways. But yes, pile 1, I'm going to end your reading here. Let me know if it resonated in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye! Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So, straight up, off the bat, when people see you, they don't even have to know you, but it is clear that you have a deep connection to God or whoever you believe in as a higher power. They see you as someone who is heavily protected, and that you get your source of energy, of life, from the higher power. Like, point blank, period. And with the King of Wands, he has a crown on his stake with the lion in the background. And when I think of the lion, which could be because of Narnia, I have no fucking idea. But when I think of a lion, I think of God, like as an animal form. And he has rings going around his head. You are deeply connected to the divine. People see you as someone very innocent, very you're not going to go against your morals. You are going to stay in the straight path. You are divinely guided, and no one can sway you, especially with the devil being out here. With the 7 of Swords on the back of the deck, no one can lie to you. The devil cannot fool you because you are a child of God. You are deeply connected to the divine. Like, you are so surrounded by a white divine light that darkness cannot even seep its way into your life. Like, you could be going through a bad time, but it doesn't matter because you are going to see the blessing or the lesson. Like, every tower moment that you would go through, you see the lesson in it. You know that God has your back. You know that your angels have your back. Like, even if you're going through a lesson, you're like, thank you, God. Because you know that this lesson is going to bring you growth. And you know that this lesson, no matter what, you are protected. When people see you, they notice, maybe not even see you, but when people talk to you, just your voice, something about your voice proves that you can be trusted. Like, when people speak to you, they sense this pure intent behind your voice, behind your actions. And I'm noticing on my board right now, the evil eye is really sending out, and this evil eye has angel wings around it. Again, you are heavily protected. Like, even if the devil or even if ill intent try to touch you, it does nothing. And I'm not saying that you don't go through bad moments, because this is life. This is the earthly realm. But I am saying that no one can wish death upon you. No one can wish ill intent to happen to you. You are one of God's favorites. I know that sounds egotistical, but it is just true with your energy. It is just proven fact. Maybe people look at you and they don't understand, like, oh wow, and this song, they don't, hold on, let me get through this first. They don't understand how you were so heavily protected. Like, maybe, like, for instance, you're driving down the road, and if you would have left 5 minutes earlier, you would have gotten into a wreck. Those kind of surreal moments. People, you wow people with those kind of moments. And what I was going to say is the song, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover. People want to be around you just to feel this divine love, because you radiate divine energy, like pure love, pure intent, childlike innocence. They just want to experience you. You were like a huge ray of sunshine in darkness. You are so happy to be alive. And you have this nurturing energy about you. You could consider yourself a healer, an earth angel. You have divine purpose here, which everyone has purpose, but I'm just exaggerating because this is how people see you. Your aura is entirely blinding with divine light. You could trigger people very easily. You could find yourself wondering why people even have problems with you. And it's because, bitch, you are fire. You are guided. You are protected. And that's it, period. The devil cannot touch you. The devil can get close. The devil can tempt you, but you see through it every time. You are the person who would help the old lady across the street. You are the person who, if someone has a question, you're going to do everything that you can to find the correct answer, to give constructive feedback, to give honest feedback. And on the back of this deck, we have the student. You are a student of life. You are someone who understands that we don't have all the answers, that there is always something new to learn, and this keeps you so youthful. You could also be seen as someone who is youthful for your age. You don't look your age. You don't act your age. And that's not seen as immature. You are just forever young on a soul level. Like, damn, people wish they could just experience this happiness that you feel in your mind and in your soul. And I feel like you do try to show people your perspective. And people love this about you. They want to know more. People want you to teach them. And also, you could be very attractive because you are a divine being. You radiate divine energy, which makes anyone just very attractive, very addictive. You can find people get obsessed with you very easy. And you put God at the center of your life. You see how she's looking up? Maybe you can see, I'm not sure. But she's looking up towards this golden divine energy. You have all your trust in God, divine faith. And with the King of Wands is a very spiritual person, someone who is led by spirit. You can find yourself very connected to animals as well, to nature. He has a gecko on his shirt. And you could also wear spiritual, down-to-earth, boho kind of clothing. Everyone here, besides the devil, because, we don't fuck with the devil, everyone is dressed very boho, very hippie, very down-to-earth, very flowy. So you could have a very flowy energy. Buttercup baby. You are so sweet, Pile 2. You are so easy to be loved. Like, anyone could love you. And if anyone is triggered by you, that is their own shadows. That is their own shadows to deal with. That has nothing to do with you. So you keep on shining your beautiful divine light, Pile 2. This was the end of your reading. Let me know if it resonated for you in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your pile. So before we get into it, when I was shuffling your cards, a song came on and it just took me over, and I just started dancing. So you could really love to dance, or you could have a very deep connection to music to where it just fulfills you on a soul level. Also, spirit could my bad, word vomit. Spirit could connect with you heavily through music. You could find yourself listening to the radio and a song will come on that is related to a situation that you're currently going through. But let's get into it. So with the Monk and the Nun, straight up, people see you as someone who is heavily devoted to spirit, to your beliefs, which that is similar to Pile 2. So if you were called to Pile 2, check it out. But for you, Pile 3, it says bossy. You don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me, but you will respect me. So even your haters, I don't even want to say haters, even the people who are not fond of you respect you. So when people see you, they notice that the way that you carry yourself, you are to be respected. And Pile 3, in your past, you could have suffered from heavy anxiety of, maybe you weren't connected to anything. You could have been an atheist. You could have had no beliefs. You could have been raised with no religion, with no spirituality. But with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, with the Hierophant, it's clear to me that you did some heavy soul searching. You have walked down your own path to find your own belief. And the belief that you found on your own, in your own soul, you are heavily devoted. Because something about what you connected with gave you proof that there is something more. Maybe you don't speak on this a lot. Maybe you keep this to yourself. But you found connection. And in the Hierophant card in this deck, it has different religious symbols in the back. So you could call yourself an ominist, which is how I would, refer to myself as, where you believe in all, there's belief in all religions, there's truth in all religions. So I feel like you don't have a certain religion. Like I said, you went down your own path to discover what your own belief was. And the other day I was meditating and I got this download of like, we are meant to evolve out of religion. And I feel like Pile 3, you have evolved into a very pure kind of belief system, as in accepting everyone for what their own belief is, as seeing that there is no ultimate truth, that there is truth in everything, and you carry heavy respect for other people and what they believe in. You hear people out with an open mind. Because in the back of the deck with the Hanged Man, it's like you always know that there is more to learn, especially with the Page of Swords. You could like to read, you could like to educate yourself a lot. Wow, and the High Priestess, with her eyelids closed, but she still sees. You are deeply connected to whatever you believe in, Pile 3. And that is noticed by other people. This is what people pick up on when they look at you, when they talk to you. You are very at peace with yourself. You are at peace with where you are in your chapter, in your path, in this very moment, in every moment. And on the back of the other deck, we have the Servant. And it says, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Holy shit. I didn't even read that before I started this reading. But like I said, you are so accepting of other people and their beliefs. There is no disrespect. There is no argument. You're not bringing any argument to others to be like, no, this is the truth. That is not you, Pile 3. And people notice this respect that you carry for others right off the bat. Therefore, people respect you. You have pulled yourself out of the darkness. And you see how there's black crows everywhere, but then there's one white crow. And that's what I'm saying when you've went down your own path and you have discovered your own truth. And people, this is what is so noticeable about you, that you are unique. That they cannot just put you in a box. They cannot just put their finger and point and say, yeah, this is Pile 3, because that's not what it is. Wow, it says, I'm the bitch y'all love to hate. I'm the chick that's raised the stake. You've raised the stake by overcoming the belief that there is one ultimate truth in religions. You've raised the stake by discovering Like, ugh, I have like word vomit. Like, there's so much. I feel like you have so much knowledge that you would love to share, but you don't. Because you understand that you can't shove one truth down anyone's throat. You've gone too far because it don't matter anyway. Exactly. People take it too far to shove their beliefs in other people's faces. And you know that, and that's why you don't do it. You give an equal give and take to others. If someone comes up to you and they ask you about your journey and how you came to be in touch with your beliefs, yeah, you're gonna sit there and explain your story, but you're not just gonna go up to someone and say, hey, Jesus loves you. Hey, you're going to hell if you don't do da 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 da. Like, you are not that person at all. And you have unlocked a key to release all of these demons, all of these beliefs that may have been pushed onto you, which in the beginning I said that you may have not been raised with anything. And you could have even called yourself an atheist at one point and believing in nothing. You could have been raised in a small town, or you just grew up with no direction. And having no direction had led you to this Nine of Swords energy, anxiety and depression and not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go. And like then I just started doing my fingers, just very anxious. But you found peace. This is you now. This was you before, but this is you now. Happy to be here, happy to be alive. And people love that about you. People stay away from you. They don't want to disturb your peace. But yes, what people notice about you is how at peace you are with yourself and with your own truth. And how you stay in your own lane, pile 3. But yes, this was your pile. Let me know if it resonated in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.